Good morning, John.
Hello. Hello, Brian. We're supposed to introduce ourselves.
We are, so go ahead.
We're halfway there. My name is Jonathan Self. I live in Chicago, Illinois. Originally, I'm from the South. I moved every 2 years as a kid. So Texas, Mississippi, Tennessee, kind of Arkansas, that thing. And I'm a realtor in the Chicago area. So that's what I do. That's my day job. I'm late 30s, and I got a 3-year-old. So I'm kind of like new to the parent.
Yeah, so that's always keeping you in the game. I'm Brian Whitehead. I've lived in Chicago on and off over a lot of my life. Went to graduate school here. I spent 24 years in public accounting. Did some entrepreneurial stuff before that. Anyhow, it's an interesting place to live. Married, 2 kids who are living in different parts of the country, and good to see you. I'm going to put you on the spot and start off asking the first question.
Okay, but then we're going to take turns, right?
Yeah, we will.
No.
Kiana from Los Angeles asks, what motivated you to become an ally to the Black struggle?
Struggle needs more allies, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of, maybe that's the simplest way. I think maybe maybe I would start with what kind of made me conscious of it, you know. And for me, moving around every couple of years really helped me understand that we're all the same in different places, and it was a great way to experience different cultures and see different peoples, and honestly get a glimpse into certain very blatant aspects of inequality. So yeah, I think that's probably it. And in befriending people who are different than you is your number one, I think, way into realizing that, hey, these people are all right. You know, everyone told me purple people they ate people. They're purple people eaters. It turns out, no, they're actually really cool. And I think that's, not everybody has, something I've also learned in a tolerant kind of way is not everyone has that experience. They get so insulated in their own vertical echo chamber,
yeah.
And even just their personal echo chamber of, now we see it in social media, but just, you know, if you're a rural person living in a rural community, like, you just see other like people. And so I think we tend to fear and misunderstand what we don't understand.
Yeah, that's well put. Yeah. From my perspective, my family came from the South, deep antebellum roots into South Carolina, including slaveholding plantations back in the day. All of that was lost after the Civil War, so there's no family wealth. But I agree. I think people tend to live in echo chambers, and I think that social media has made it possible to live exclusively in an echo chamber. And if you're in there long enough, you go deaf, and you can't hear anything. You don't meet other people. So I came to realize, certainly last summer, over the whole George Floyd thing, the Breonna Taylor thing, you realize all of a sudden this has been going on forever. And it's just with the advent of smartphones, and everyone's got a camera and a video camera, that you're able to actually expose some of the. I grew up in Minneapolis. A lot of my life was I thought the Minneapolis cops were absolutely the gold standard for. Yeah, I know, right? But what
completely pleasant
because I'm a middle class white guy. What do I know? I don't get hassled.
Yeah.
But I turned to a friend of mine after George Floyd, and I said, okay, let's kind of play this game. If you walked in and you had a counterfeit 20, the first reaction would not have been to call the police. The first reaction from the storekeeper would have been, there's an ATM down the street. Sir, this isn't good.
Excuse me, sir. You've been a victim of a horrible crime. Someone gave you a fake $20 bill. You should address this immediately.
You wouldn't have called the cops on me.
No.
And they wouldn't have killed me. So, I mean, that really underscored for me, the differences, and brought it absolutely to light. And if people can't see that, we need to have another discussion.
There are layers and layers to address and to replay on how things would be different, and the fact that one of the biggest things about 2020 for me was, even though I was aware that there are different rules, there's a different game afoot, and yes, we are seeing it more captured on film right now. What I was maybe unaware, the thing that kind of ripped blinders off of me, that continues my education, is seeing how people who look like me just continue to dig in and would deny that $20 bill experience would have in any way been different. And they damn well know it is. They know it is.
Well, it's kind of like the whole election, right? I mean, you know it's not true, but you're going to continue to repeat this louder and louder and louder because your friends in the echo chamber really reinforce that.
Really trying hard to dig in and to hold on to these preconceived notions and these ideas, and the work that is ahead is just that was one of the biggest things. Like, how much, of course, there's racism. I didn't know we were at the Nazis and that like card carrying, vote at the meeting kind of Nazis, just popping into Kmart and buying sneakers and walking out like that. I didn't know that, and everyone's like, yeah, that's Fred. He's a Nazi. He lives here. We sussed the Nazi thing out years ago. We were all on the same page with that. And the fact that is now just,
it's been normalized. I think 4 years of the past administration.
That was my 2020.
Normalized it.
Gross. And I'm still kind of dealing with that.
If you like the content, please donate to the show. 30% of every dollar goes to our Homecoming series, where we plan to sponsor Black families to visit Africa for the first time.
For 10 days, we'll document these families as they reconnect with the beautiful history that was interrupted by slavery.
Be the change you want to see.
Donate now.